What's going on, guys? This is Jamil here, and today I want to make this video about, more or less surviving clan wars and thriving in, clan wars. If you have a small clan, small lower level clan, I'm talking about, a clan between level 6 and below, and, you know, 10 man and 15-man wars. And before I get to how to succeed in those things, let me start by, naming off the 5 things that, can lead to a war not going so well. So, number 10 or number 5 is, more or less not communicating, more or less. If you don't communicate with your leaders about, hey, I'm attacking, number 7 or something. I'm attacking number 7 with blah blah blah, maybe with dragons or blah 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 blah. I'm attacking this base with hog riders or something. If you don't let your clan leader know, they can't prevent you from making a silly mistake. Let me give you some examples. Okay, which base was it? Okay, this base. This is perfect. So, if it's a higher level clan, you can easily be able to detect where the giant bombs are. But since it's a lower level clan, as I've said in a previous video, the giant bomb spots are very unpredictable. People are generally, too, you know, too knowledgeable on where to place things and how to make a really, really good base. So, you know, spots in terms of Teslas and giant bombs are very, very unpredictable. They can be outside of bases at times to kind of, throw you off. So this is why for clans, that are level 6 and below. So, number 5, you're not communicating with your leader. Let's say you look at this base and it's like, the defenses are spread out well enough, so I'll attack with, like hog riders. If you don't tell a leader that, a leader like me can't, check out this base and be able to tell you that, yeah, it's probably not the best idea to attack a base like this with hog riders. There's too many open spots. Too many potential spots for giant bombs. Not to mention, the chances are slim to none that you could actually be able to trip them. And you can't necessarily neutralize the spots either because you don't have a queen. So, you know, that's number 5. Not communicating at all with your leader. 2, obviously, not luring out clan castle. When you don't lure the clan castle, things generally go bad. Even, with an army like Go Wipe, which I really don't recommend. If you don't lure and deal with clan castle troops, best case scenario, you deal with them, without losing too many of your troops, but, your tanks, like your golems, Bloodhounds, whatever, they take way too much damage and they can't last, they won't last. They won't even reach the core, so that still kind of contributes into you not 3-starring a base. So I mean, never attack without clan castle. Like, no matter how confident you think you are, dude, just don't do it. That's number 3. No attacking without clan castle is a no-no. I mean, you want to increase your chances of 3-starring a base. You want to have as much firepower and attacking capabilities as possible. So, attacking with clan castle is a must in war. Number 4. What was it? Oh yeah, it's not funneling. You're just not funneling. When you and generally people don't that are town 8 and below don't even understand the concept of funneling. You don't really even get a certain idea of what that is until you reach town 9. But as I said, these videos are going to be more for town 8s and below. So what is funneling? Funneling is creating a path for your troops, creating a little path to direct your troops to go exactly where they want to go. What do I mean by this? Well, let me give you some examples. This base can be 3-star by Dragon raid fairly easily. How can you make a Dragon raid succeed? Well, first off, most of them have to get to the middle. Now, dragons and P.E.K.K.A.s, we all know, are notorious for wandering off. So, they wander off more than others. Other troops, if funnel, you can do like little funnels and they can still go where you want to go. But dragons and P.E.K.K.A.s, you have to do pretty big funnels. So, if you want dragons to go to the middle, let's see. Okay, here's the core. Things like dragons and P.E.K.K.A.s, they go to the next building. Sometimes they'll wander off from it. But the next building, the core buildings, are these mortars. Now, if you're putting your dragons up to the north, which is a preferable idea, the next building to the mortar are the wizard towers and the cannons, followed by the builder's hut, the gold storage, and the archer tower beyond. So, how do you want your dragons to get to the middle? Well, you want to create a big enough gap. You want to clear your runway. Let's say the elixir storage and the barracks are, your outer part of your runway. These 4 buildings are fine because they all lead to these 4 buildings here. Now, in order to make sure your dragons don't spread out to the army camps down, you have to do something. You have to clear all this so your dragons don't spread out. They don't wander off. Now, the good news is you don't have to create too big of a funnel because there are army camps here. They are 5x5 spaces, which means once these are taken out, you have all the space in between these other buildings. So the chances of, the dragons wandering off are 0. So, once you've dropped a dragon here and a dragon here, the rest of them will proceed as, where you want them to go. Now, as for the other 2, if you want them to follow, I would suggest putting it on the corners, the inner corners. That way when they destroy the army camps, they can move on. Now, let me show you an example of that. Granted, we 2-starred this base, or one of my accounts 2-starred the base due to, the fact that somehow the balloons and the dragons never reached the right air defense. So as you can see, the left and right, top right army camps were taken out, and there was nowhere else for the dragons to go but to follow that nice little trail you mapped out for them. They're more or less like a blind person and a service dog. The service dog leads the person. You got to lead the dragons. You have to create the path for the dragons. So literally every last dragon, every last balloon, they're all heading to the middle. There's no chances of them spreading out. So that's funneling. If you mastered that, you can pretty much win. And number 5, you could have the right, okay, there might be 6. Number 5 is just attacking with the wrong army. This also, rolls in with communication. It rolls in with communication with your leaders. So, if, as I've said before, you look at this base and you say, hey, I want to attack, I want to attack this base with hog riders, it's not a good idea. But, some people won't communicate with the leaders. Some leaders would think that might be a good idea. And you would just end up losing the raid, simply because of giant bomb spots being too unpredictable, and they just destroy your hog riders. So, that's number 5, is just attacking the wrong army, the wrong base with the wrong army. And it works hand in hand. You just need to be able to look at a base and know exactly what army to use to 3-star. What army is this base vulnerable by? And number 6, we have just attack. You know, sometimes you will have the right army and everything, but you just attack on the wrong side. And what do I mean by that? Looking at this base again, if I'm raiding with a Dragon Raid, well, first off, when you're raiding with a Dragon Raid, the side you always want to attack on is the side away from the air sweeper. You want to attack away from the air sweeper, and you always want to attack on the side to where there's, you know, where there's 2 air defenses rather than just the one meeting on the 2. So, I mean, if I was raiding with the same Dragon Raid and I funneled from here, like let's say this elixir collection and this laboratory on inward, and they all came here, and they all came up, I meet 3 air defenses. You know, I can only take out 1 on during the first raid spell instead of 2, which is mistake number 1. 2, now I have to fight through this air sweeper. And my dragons will get pushed back, you know, about 3 times, leaving the air defenses more time to just go to work on my dragons, have a heyday, you know, pick them off. You know, so you also got to identify what side to attack on. Now, I'm going to do a live attack for a second, and, you know, I'll give you an example. So, I'm on Town 9, and I plan to go at this base with Valkyries. I plan to go full force with Valkyries, and, you know, first off, you know, I am a leader, so I know what to do. You know, I have back-end balloons and Valkyries. So, what I plan to do, I plan to start my funnel down here, where the elixir collector and gold mine are. I'm going to drop my 2 golems there, keep them busy. Drop my 3rd golem down here to keep this archer tower busy. Drop, let's see, no, the cannon fire won't reach, so I'm going to have to drop a wizard on this corner so it moves. Chances are I'll still move to that gold mine, so I'll end up losing that wizard. Now with this archer tower, I can drop a golem literally about right there on that wall. That way the archer tower and the cannon will shoot, and all the attention will be diverted to the golem, leaving my wizards free. Free from fire. I plan to quad quake here where all these little wall compartments are. When I break with the wizards, you know, all these trash buildings, and the golem destroys this, wall breakers are going to hit this, and at that point, it is time to drop your Valkyries. The Valkyries will come in, they will shred the core under a rage spell, and they will deal with the clan council troops and the archer queen. The archer queen will come up and deal with the air defenses, and it's time to drop your back end balloons on all the defenses that can target air. Now the good news is the air sweepers are also down here, which means my kill squad / Valkyries will deal with those as well. So this has just generally worked in the past. Now it's time to give it an actual test run. So as I said before, oh baby, you're barking. Okay. Oh, error. That kind of messed me up. But let's see where the golem goes. Okay, that golem goes in the middle. So it's time to drop that one. Drop the other one here. So the archer tower starts shooting. Okay, there's a giant bomb there. well, it didn't go as planned due to the fact with a few things. Reason number one, I failed to lure the clan council troops as I've clearly preached. So, even I make mistakes. So I must learn from that, and that costed me the raid. I did 2-star the base, however, so that's my bad. The good news is, number one is designed the exact same way, and without the Inferno. So, with that being said, I have to make a Hog Rider. Gotta make a Hog Rider to pull all the CC out and drop the double poison down. Let's see, what's my progress looking like? I have 33 gems. I'll probably gem the rest.
Hey, Zeus. Are you good? You can go back to the Huh? No, not yet.
One thing I gotta watch out for, though, are all those air bombs and air mines that came out at the end. Kind of scary. So I will get back to you guys later about with my second attack. I will remember those 6 points. One, communicate with your leaders. Communicate with the leaders. I mean, it's always a good thing. I mean, there's nothing bad from it. I mean, it can potentially stop you from making silly mistakes. So, talk with the leader. 2, lure the CC out. Don't make the mistake I did. Lure them out. I had the double poison for a reason. I forgot to make a hog, and for some reason just decided to attack it anyway. Don't do that either. If you notice something is off with your army, don't just don't do what I did and just say whatever and attack it anyway. Funnel. See, I did a good job funneling. I mean, a lot of my wizards stayed alive. My Valks would have survived a lot longer if I had lured out the CC. Oh, somebody's attacking. Let's see. Oh, somebody's attacking one of my other accounts. Let's see how this goes. As I expected, he hot dropped them all. And as all the archers come out and keep them busy, the air sweeper will push them back. Well, there you have it. Now, if he would have looked carefully, he would have noticed that that base was designed to stop dragons. He didn't check out the pathing. I mean, I'll get on pathing a little bit later. But he should have noticed the pathing. He should have noticed the air sweeper designed to push back. I mean, he should have watched his other clanmates' replays. Not even just on that base in particular, but throughout the entire war, he would have noticed that all of our clan castle are archers.
Hello.
Now, we don't believe in putting... I mean, we used to put dragons in our clan castles, but double poison spell just... double poison spell pretty much kills anything. The benefit that all archers have versus dragons is people underprepare for archers. They believe if they can drop one hog rider down, they can lure every single clan council troop out, and then when they see about 6 archers come out, they have to resort to using their wizards, using some of their giants, you know, maybe using some of their balloons. I mean, if you're raiding with La Lunian, it doesn't matter. You're going to lure them with the balloon anyway, but, you know, people don't prepare for all archers, and then they expend more troops to try to pull them all out, and they exhaust quite a bit of time pulling them all out, then luring them out somewhere to drop a poison, you know, if you want to bunch them all in one spot, or, you know, whatever the case may be. All archers just prove to be much more effective at either preventing the 3-star or, you know, potentially costing your opponent the raid. So, you know, that's all for now. I'll get back to you guys later on today.